Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Fraser Field for a rare doubleheader. We'll be here for two. We just did Kipp and Tech. Tech was the visiting team. They'll be the home team for this one. So Tilden schools getting together again. For Kipp, it'll be Morinel Castro, the shortstop, leading off. Janelle Castillo, the center fielder, bats second. Pitching and batting third, Wes Garcia. The first baseman, Kenneth Beato, hits fourth. Batting fifth and catching, Daniel DeVerge. The second baseman, Asher Cabrera, bats sixth. Aramis Sanchez will play third, bat seventh. Christian Encarnacion will play left field and bat eighth. And picking up the bottom of the order, Brian Condi, the right fielder, will bat ninth. Will McCaffrey is on the mound for Lynn Tech. This is Kipp's second game. They lost the first game to Tech. This is Tech's third game. They lost to, I think it was Lowell Tech. So Tech is 1-1. Kipp 0-1. Yeah, we're just about set to get underway here at Fraser Field. What a beautiful day. It's up in the 70s. Nothing but blue sky, not a cloud around. High for ball two. As usual, action going on at Manning Field. It's youth football over there, probably for most of the day. 24/7 that place gets used. In for a strike. 2-1. Swing and a miss. So McCaffrey comes back to even the count at 2-2. Not many fans here for this one. For a 10 o'clock start. I don't think I was up this early when I was in the Army. Swing and a miss. He chased a high pitch inside. So the first out is a swinging strikeout. It'll bring up Janelle Castillo. Way wide for a ball. Swing and a miss. Stepped away and swung through it. Swings and misses at that pitch as well. 1-2. People are coming in now, packing a lunch with this being a doubleheader. Down and away, and the count evens at 2. Way up and in. So a payoff pitch up and coming. Strike 3 called. He didn't think it was Castillo, but the umpire did. That's all that counts. So 2 outs, a swinging strike and a call strike. And it brings up the pitcher, Wes Garcia. hitting from the left side. Wide for a ball. Over but low, it's 2-0. Way up and away, 3-0. In for strike, taking all the way as you would expect. The count goes 3-1. Chopped it foul, and we got another full count, 3-2. McCaffrey trying to come all the way back after being down 3-0. It's now 3-2. Pop foul back. And we'll do it again at 3-2. Pop foul back again. Garcia hanging around. Way up. That goes to the backstop. They better hurry up and get it. Took a wide turn at first. Thinking he might go, but he stays there. So first base runner is a 2-out walk to Garcia. That brings up Kenneth Piatto, the first baseman. High for a ball. He got a huge jump. They can't come close to throwing him out. So Garcia steals second and gets himself in scoring position with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Up and away, 3-1. That youth football over at Manning, that might be the new flag league that just got started. So over the second, Garcia was back easily. That's ball 4. So after 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. Daniel Diverge, the catcher, will be the hitter. Brings a little jog out to the mound to have a discussion with McCaffrey. Up and in for a ball. High and tight, 2-0. So started out quickly with 2 strikeouts. Now having trouble finding the strike zone. 3-0. In for a strike. McCafferty coming all the way back again. Another 3-2 count. Another big pitch coming up here in the first inning. The runners go, the ball's foul back. And we'll do it again. So the automatic hit and run is on. They take off again. Hit in the air to short left field coming on. The left fielder had it, bobbled it. Josh Shelley gave the coaching staff a little scare. He went over, had it, caught it, bobbled it, rolled up his arm a little bit, then he grabbed it again for the out. So Kipp threatens with the 2 walks. But they leave the 2 runners. Two big strikeouts in the inning. We'll move to the bottom half of the first. It'll be Jared Moore, the shortstop, leading off. Catching and batting second, Dom Giordano. Third baseman Ben Taratini will hit third. The left fielder who just made that little juggle catch, Josh Shelley, will bat fourth. Pitching and batting fifth, Will McCafferty. The second baseman, Nevin Gonzalez, hits number 6. Playing first and batting seventh, Richie Avery. Tyler Maynard, the center fielder, will hit number 8. And playing right field and batting ninth, Augusto Morales. And it will be Wes Garcia on the mound for Kipp. So they didn't get on the board first, so now Tech has a chance to get on the board first. Again, just a beautiful day for baseball. And now English and Classical played their last football games last night. So now, starting next week, when English and Classical will get into softball and baseball, everybody will be on the same page. They'll all be playing the same sport. It hasn't been the same because of different leagues starting at different times, playing different sports. Everything falling in together with hockey and basketball and baseball, softball, football. Now it'll be the normal spring. Baseball, softball, lacrosse, track. So Jared Moore will look to get it started for Tech as he leads off the bottom of the first. This is Commonwealth Conference Baseball. Kipp, I think, a year or two ago, joined the Commonwealth Conference. And again, I can say it's Thanksgiving in May, although we had Thanksgiving in May with English and Classical. But this will be Thanksgiving in May because these 2 teams are the Thanksgiving opponents on Thanksgiving Eve. in for a strike. High for a ball. I see it pitching from the stretch. Down and away, 2-1. Threw that over the head. Moore had to duck under that one. Swing and a miss. And we got another full count. We've had a few of those already. The payoff pitch up and coming. Strike 3 called. Well, took a look at that one. It was almost down the center. So both pitchers start the game off with a strikeout. That's the case of 3-2. Can't take a pitch that close. And that wasn't close. That was dead center. Wow, that pitch was way over his head, way inside. And he liked it, I guess, because he swung right through it. This is Dom Giordano, the catcher. And he took that pitch for a strike. Hit foul back. Little lollipop pitch. Hung inside. That one bounced. Got evens at 2. Chase that pitch. That was ball 3. That was way over his head. So both pitchers start the game with 2 strikeouts. It's the opposite. McCaffrey had a swinging and a called. Garcia's got a called and a swinging. Ben Tatarini pops it up. What a great play by the catcher. Daniel DeVerge looked like it was going to be a foul ball and dropped. He went 8 or 10 feet to his left, dove and made the catch and came up with a great play by DeVerge. That's an ESPN highlight. So Garcia has a 1-2-3 inning. We played an inning here at Frazier Field, and we're right back where we started, dead even. Tech nothing, Kipp nothing at the end of 1. Asher Cabrera, the second baseman, will lead off for Kipp as we start the second inning. Down and away for a ball. And I noticed the Tech coach over to the Kipp dugout. What they're doing is verifying the number of pitches, because the new rule this year you can only throw so many pitches. You can go the distance. You could maybe, I don't know if it's 80, 90, or 100. But if you do that, you have to sit out. You can't pitch for 4 days. So there's a limit. If you go, I don't know, maybe 50. You have to sit a game. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The ball gets away. He's safe at first base. So the strikeout reaches. Kipp has a base runner. Aramis Sanchez, the third baseman, will be the hitter. Let's see how long before he tries to steal second base. Up and in for a ball. So I'm not sure how many. I know there's a pitch count where you can't come back. You have to take a day off or go like 67. You have to take 2 days off. The ultimate is you have to miss 4 days. I don't think Frank Carey would have liked these new rules. In for a strike, 2-1. So McCaffrey has started both innings with a strikeout. This strikeout reaches. So unless Tech gets a double play, Kipp is going to get 4 outs this inning. Swing and a miss. Started to pull the trigger and held up. The pitch was high. Way wide. Good job by Giordano to go get that one. So a strikeout that reached. Now a walk. Third walk given up. Kipp has runners at first and second for Christian Encarnacion, the left fielder. That one goes to the backstop. So Kipp trying to get on the board first. Close to it, second and third with nobody out. That pitch just, Giordano had no chance to get that one. That was all the way to the backstop, almost from the pitcher's hand. Swing and a miss. He almost killed the Tech coach. That bat went flying past the dugout. The coach sitting just beyond the dugout had to duck out of the way. They aimed right at him. And that just flew out of his hands and in the air. Went past the Tech dugout and almost killed the coach. On the corner for a strike. Waves at that pitch for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning, but there's only 1 out because the first strikeout reached. Way high for a ball. Brian Condy, the right fielder, with the top of the order. Marinel Castro on deck. In for a strike. Wow, that pitch was way up and in over his head, and he swung right through it. Well, they like those high pitches. Popped up. It drops in for a base hit. Shortstop going back, left fielder coming on. It fell between them. So the first hit is by Condi. It gets him an RBI. Runners at first and third for the top of the order. Morinel Castro struck out swinging, leading off the ballgame. In for a strike. High pop-up, too far for the shortstop. Too close to home plate for the left fielder. Drops in for a base hit. Swing and a miss. Quickly, it's 2 strikes. So that strikeout that reached comes around to score. Hit in a right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Castro gets a base hit and an RBI. Condi scoots over to third. So first and third still with 1 out for Janelle Castillo, who was called out on strikes. Hit foul back. Center fielder is playing like a shot. In for a strike. They throw it down. They had no chance. They were hoping the runner at third would do something. So second and third now. The left field is playing like against the wall at Fenway Park. The center field is playing like the old days when you played a short fielder in softball. Now he has to go back on his horse. It's hit over his head. 2 runs are going to score. Castillo gets a double and 2 RBI. I just got through saying how short the center fielder was, and it cost him because that was way over his head. Wes Garcia drew a walk. He's the 7th hitter in the inning. High for a ball. A big 4-run inning. Still only 1 out with a runner at second. And that's ball 4. 4th walk coming up, 2 in each inning. It'll bring up Kenneth Bianco, who drew a walk in the first inning. We mentioned Tech defeated Kipp first game of the season, limiting Kipp to 2 runs. Swing and a miss. McCaffrey wound up sitting down on the mound. Threw the pitch, fell down, wound up sitting on the mound as Beato swung and missed. That one sailed over the head. It almost hit the backstop on the fly. Takes away the force at any base. Moves runners up to second and third. Waves at that pitch. Has to duck under that one. Count goes full as he ducks under that pitch as well. Beato draws his second walk, third walk in the inning. Kipp is batted around. It's the ninth hitter. Daniel DeVers flied to left field, ending the first inning. So the bases are jammed. Not anymore as the pitch goes to the backstop. Five runs in the inning. Second and third, still only one out. He threw that one behind the hitter. Didn't cover home plate. That was like 3 or 4 feet behind the hitter. Didn't come close. Six runs in. McCaffrey's going to go to left field. Devin Gonzalez will be the new pitcher. McCaffrey will go to left field. The left fielder, Selly, will go to second base. Daniel DeVers will be the first hitter. Swing and a miss. So McCaffrey goes an inning and a third. He struck out 4. One of them actually scored in this inning because he reached first base. He only gave up 3 hits, but he walked 5. And he was all over the place. That last wild pitch almost went in the Lvti dugout. It was so far behind the hitter. DeVers draws a walk. Right away, they steal second base. Cabrera led off this inning, striking out, but the ball got by the catcher and he reached first base and he scored. DeVers, the runner at second, was halfway to third with a lead. Swing and a miss. Hit foul back to the backstop. Strike 3 called. Aramis Sanchez drew a walk and scored. Pitches in for a strike. Chop towards third. It'll kick foul. Just a little chop. Pushing it down the third base side. And almost halfway there, it kicked out. Sanchez is the 11th hitter in the inning. Solid shot to shortstop. Moore will throw Sanchez out. A solid hit right at the shortstop. So Tech finally gets out of the inning. 11 hitters go to the plate for Kipp. 6 of them score. He only got 3 hits. Four walks in the inning. Three strikeouts. One of them reached. And all that adds up to 6 runs for Kipp. And Tech has a hole to dig themselves out of. They trail 6-0. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for Lynn Tech. So Garcia on the mound has been given a 6-run cushion. Long day here at Frazier Field. These two teams are going to play 2. There'll be a bit of a break, and the St. Mary's are going to have a big game against Austin Prep. So we'll be into full swing, baseball and softball. Lacrosse will be starting soon. Josh Shelley, who was the left fielder, he moved to second base when they made the pitching change. He'll lead it off against Garcia. Down and away for a ball. On the corner for a strike. High and tight for a ball. That one misses. Skips past to the backstop. Hit foul. Up in the seats. Yeah, we got another payoff pitch. 3-2 up and coming. Popped up. Foul territory, third baseman. Makes the one-handed catch. Aramis Sanchez. Everybody following the major leagues making those one-handed plays. Will McCaffrey was the pitcher. He's now the left fielder. Bounces in for ball one. Swing and a miss. Bouncing again, 2-1. Hit foul past third base. Two the count to the Tech left fielder. Up and away. We got another full count. A lot of pitches being thrown in this first 2 innings. Started to pull the trigger, held up. Draws the walk. First base runner for Tech. Garcia had retired 4 in a row to start the game. Devin Gonzalez was the second baseman. He's now the pitcher. Down and away for a ball. Nice stop by the catcher DeVerge on a pitch in the turf. I can't say dirt because it's turf. Missing again. So back-to-back walks. Richie Avery, we mentioned his father is the caretaker for Fraser and May. Does a tremendous job, especially this year with he's got to squeeze everybody in, the schedules, and that got away from the catcher. That's a pass ball. That went off the catcher's glove. Not a wild pitch, a pass ball. Second and third for Tech, but Avery does a great job, especially this year when you had games being moved around. He gets schedules so he can get ready for the year and get everything in place for everybody who's going to play here and Manning. And then all of a sudden you get a call saying, the schedule's changed. We're not playing Thursday, we're playing Wednesday. And Tech is going to get on the board. McCaffrey scores on the wild pitch. So back-to-back walks, a pass ball, and a wild pitch gets Tech on the board. And they have a runner at third. So Father Richie Avery does an outstanding job working on not the best of conditions with all of this COVID going around. Got a piece and hit that way up in the air. Bounced behind first base and bounced over the fence. Swing and a miss for strike three. So 2 away for Tyler Maynard, the center fielder. Down and away for a ball. Squared the bunt, pushes it right back to the pitcher for the easy out. Easy pickings for Garcia. He pushed it right back to the mound. And they throw him out. So Tech doesn't get a hit, but they get on the board with a couple of walks, a pass ball, a wild pitch. We played 2 in this doubleheader here coming up at Frazier Field. 6-1, Kipp over Tech. 8-9-1 for Kipp as we start the third inning. Nevin Gonzalez will start an inning for the first time. He came in relief. Got a strikeout and a ground out to finally end the inning after Kipp put up 6. Chop to second base. Big hop for the second baseman. Chelly to Avery for the out. 1 up, 1 down in the third. Brian Condy got a base hit, knocked in a run, and scored a run in that big 6th inning. In for a strike. Down and away for a ball. Yeah, held on to that a little too long. He threw that right straight to the backstop. By everybody. Down and away for a ball. That's ball 4. Condi's on for the second time. Seventh walk given up by Tech pitching. Top of the order, Morinel Castro struck out swinging, singled in a run and scored a run in that 6-run inning. In for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Kipp shortstop. Just missed wide for a ball. Popped up. Second baseman made the play. And then they throw it away. The runner at first took off. I don't know if he thought there were 2 outs. I don't know if he thought there were 2 outs. He went halfway to second base. The second baseman didn't realize it. By the time the second baseman realized it, Condi was on his way back to first, and they threw it wide. So the first error in the game, the throw back to first that went to the backstop or to the stands, moves the runner over to second base, and now the runner's going to go to third or try, and he's going to be out at third base. He hesitated. He was going to be out on a double play when he ran too far off the bag at first. Now he took a long time to try and go to third, and he got thrown out. So with the walk, Gonzalez only faces 3 hitters in the inning. Kipp is down. We'll move into the bottom half of the third with Kipp on top 6-1, so I'm not going to name him. But the base runner went 3/4 of the way to second base on the pop to second. I have to assume he thought there was 2 outs, and with all the yelling, he tried to get back to first. They threw it away, so he wound up safe at second base. And then when the ball got away from the catcher, Giordano, it didn't go that far. He waited a long time and then thought he'd try to go to third base. Giordano threw it to the third baseman, Taccherini, and it wasn't close. The base runner was out by a couple of feet. So they get a walk in the inning. But it's a 1-2-3 inning for Gonzalez. It'll be 9-1-2 for Tech as we start the bottom of the third inning. Kipp with that 6-run second inning. The cheering you hear is from the youth. I believe it's flag football. One of the teams has scored a touchdown. I don't think it's Papuana. I'm not sure if Papuana is even in business anymore. I think somebody told me that this was flag football. But it's nice to see the kids out playing. Augusto Morales, the right fielder, will be the hitter. Swings through the pitch for strike one. In for a strike, quickly 0-2. Up and away for a ball. The 1-2 pitch up and coming. Swings through it for strike three. Four strikeouts for Garcia. Jared Moore was called on strikes back in the first inning. In for a strike. Hit the shot. Big hop for the shortstop. And they throw him out. Nice play by Castro to Beato. Two up, two down in the third. Dom Giordano was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Moore hit it right on the nose, but hit it right at the shortstop. Big Sunday hop. Pop foul back off the backstop. Solid shot, foul. Get out in front of it just enough to pull it foul. Good solid hit. Stayed fair most of the way. Didn't kick foul 4 or 5 feet in front of the third base bag. Way high for a ball. Hit the deep shot. They're not going to have a play. Giordano gets a base hit. That's the first hit for Tech. Good effort by the shortstop. Castro went way to his right, backhanded it, made the strong throw, but they had no chance to get Giordano. Tacciarini hit that little pop 6 or 8 feet towards third base that the catcher, DeVers, made a great play on, diving and caught it in the air for the out. Missing for ball 3. In for a strike. Popped up. Third baseman takes it away from the shortstop for the third out. Again, that little one-handed grab. So Tech gets a base runner. They get their first hit of the game, but he's left at first. We've completed 3 here at Frazier Field. 6-1, Kipp over Lynn Tech. Janelle Castillo, the center fielder, will lead it off. He struck out in that big 6-run inning. He got a double knocking in 2 and scored a run, so he was half the offense in that second inning. Hits it foul up in the seats. Right behind the Kipp dugout. Pitching low for a ball. Up and in for a ball. Three one as the pitch sails outside. Castillo walks, leading off the 4th. Wes Garcia, the pitcher, walked and walked. So he has been up officially. He scored one of the runs in the second inning. So he's got a run scored, but he hasn't been up officially. Takes it wide for a ball. He's facing Gonzalez for the first time. Hit foul to the backstop. Gonzalez has done a pretty good job. He came in and got 2 outs to get him out of the second inning. Gave up a walk in the third, but the walk was out trying to steal third. Only faced 3 hitters. Now he gives up a leadoff walk. Hit foul. It's going to make it up in the seats. Slices it foul off the opposite way, down the left field side. So we'll do it again at 1 and 2. He sliced it foul. I was watching the runner at first base. He was dancing. He was halfway to second base, still dancing around. And he said, I guess they're not going to throw it over. If Gonzalez had turned, they'd have had Castillo married at first base. He was halfway to second base, dancing around. Line to the shortstop. Couldn't hold on at first base. The runner at first took off, When he threw the ball to first, he was going back to the dugout. He had to hustle back to first. Looked like they had the double play easy. Tech wanted the runner out for going back, but even if you go back to the dugout, you can. If you go into the dugout, you can't go back. But if you're walking back toward the dugout and you realize the ball was dropped, you can hustle back. Swing and a miss by Beato, who was walked twice. But the runner has got a 1.5 mile lead off first base. Now he goes. So it's almost automatic. You get on, you steal second base. The pitchers aren't holding anybody on. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. They get Beato for the first time. Second strikeout for Gonzalez. It'll bring up DeVers, the catcher, who was flied to left and walked. Down and away for a ball. Missing again, 2-0. On the corner for a strike. Slice to right field. In for a base hit. That's going to bring in a run. So DeVers goes the other way and gets a base hit. Castillo comes around and scores. And that gives Kipp their 6-run lead back. First hit given up by Gonzalez. In for a strike. Cabrera struck out but reached when it got by the catcher and scored. And then he was called out on strikes. So he struck out twice, but once he reached and scored. Close play at first. Avery had to come towards home plate to make the catch. Then he had to swing around. And DeVers was able to get around him and get back safely. That bounces to the backstop. High and tight for a ball. 9 walks given up by Tech pitching. Sanchez walked and scored, grounded to short. He's the third baseman. In for a strike. Swing and a miss. Missing low for a ball. Pop foul. Out of play. Back behind everything. Missing wide for a ball. Swing and a miss for strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning. But the leadoff walk hurt because it came around to score. Halfway through the ball game. 7-1. Kipp trying to avenge the loss to Tech that started the season for both these two teams. They batted around the second inning, sending 11 hitters to the plate. 6 of them scored. Tech got one back in the bottom of that inning, the second. Now Kipp gets their 6-run lead back because they get a run here in the top of the 4th on the RBI hit by DeVerge. Four, 5, 6 for Tech here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, Commonwealth Conference baseball. Kipp joined the conference last year or the year before. And they're also, Tech used to play Northeast the Saturday before Thanksgiving. Then when St. Mary's joined the Commonwealth Conference, even after St. Mary's left the conference, it was Tech and St. Mary's on Thanksgiving Eve. And Tech now has Kipp as an opponent on Thanksgiving Eve. St. Mary's bounced around after Tech. They had Fenwick, and now after that little fiasco a couple of years ago on Thanksgiving, St. Mary's now plays Austin Prep. Josh Shelley was the left fielder. He's now the second baseman. Pops it behind first base, foul. He popped to the third baseman as one trip. Hit right by the third baseman. And it went right by the left fielder. So Selly gets a base hit. That was a hard shot by the third baseman. But he goes to second on the error by the left fielder. He's in scoring position for Will McCafferty, who walked and scored his one trip. He was the starting pitcher. He's now the left fielder. Missing high and tight. Swing and a miss. It gets off the catcher. And the pass ball will move Selly over to third. Swing and a miss. Nice stop by the catcher, DeVerge. Down and in. They almost had, if they look quickly, he might have had the runner at third. Jelly thought that ball got by. He got a long way off third base thinking he was going to try and score. He was lucky they didn't realize how far off he was initially. They would have picked him off. Now it gets by. Jelly will score. McCaffrey draws the walk. He's on for the second time. So the single, the error by the outfielder, a pass ball and a wild pitch gives Tech a run back. They have a runner at first with nobody out. Devin Gonzalez, who's done a nice job coming in relief on the mound. He's been up once and walked. A little hesitation thrown over to first. McCaffrey was way off the bag. Up and away for a ball. Missing again. Pops it up. That carried a little bit. I thought there was a pop up to the infield. It wound up to the center fielder. So one away for Richie Avery, who struck out swinging his one trip. I'm still not sure. I got to check. I'm not sure Richie is in high school. I know he was the starting goaltender for the Jets. Little check swing. They'll make the play at first. Safe at second base. Avery hit it right on the nose and hit it right to the first baseman. He was right there on the bag because he was holding the runner. Under normal circumstances, that's a base hit into right field. Tyler Maynard tried to bunt his first time up and pushed it right to the pitcher and was thrown out. Slaps it into right field for a base hit. Throw home gets by. So Maynard just slaps it into right field for a base hit, gets an RBI. On the throw, he goes to second base. It's not an error. They threw the ball away, but he didn't advance another base. He was already at second base on the throw to the plate. Slicing down the right side, foul. So wild pitch for one. Maynard's 2-out hit, brings in another. He's at second base for Augusto Morales, the right fielder who struck out swinging his first trip. This is Jared Payon, who's pinch hitting. So Payon is hitting for Morales. Missing again. Top of the order on deck. Trying to keep the runner close. There was nobody covering second. Hit in the left field for a base hit. Another 2-out hit. So Payon comes up with a big hit. Maynard will score the third run of the inning. It's now 7-4. High for a ball. Jared Moore was called on strikes. Hit a solid shot, but he hit it one hop to the shortstop and got thrown out. In for a strike. Jared is the shortstop. Solid shot to left field. Over the head of the left fielder. The runner is limping and having a very hard time getting to third base. Holding his side. Normally that would have been a run. But he was holding his side, limping. He's in quite a bit of pain. Payon going to third base. He would have scored easily on Moore's double. And he got a trainer coming out to check on him. He was limping and holding his side as he was running to the bag. So we hope the young man's going to be okay. Back to baseball. We hope young Mr. Payon is going to be okay. Boy, the coach and the trainer carried him off the field. Throw is wide. runs are going to score. They threw the ball away, and then they throw the ball away again. They drew the first baseman off the bag. Giordano reaches on the error. Goes to second on the error. Two errors on the play. A 5-run inning for Tech, and they have a runner at second base. All of this with 2 outs. Hit in the air to right center field. In the gap. And they had him at second base, and they dropped the ball. Hatcherini gets a base hit and an RBI. He reaches on the error at second base. And Tech has matched the 6-run inning by Kipp back in the second. And we got a tie game. Tech has batted around. Hatcherini hit into right center field. They had him dead to rights at second base. Out by 3 or 4 feet, and they dropped the ball. They've made a few errors in the inning. 4 to be exact. 2 on 1 play. Hit to short. And that'll end the inning. So Tech sends 10 to the plate. 6 of them score. We played 4 full here at Frazier Field, and we're right back where we started. That big lead for Kipp is gone, and all of a sudden, it's 7-7 going into the 5th inning. 8-9-1 for Kipp as we start the 5th inning. Christian Encarnacion hits it to center field, right at the center fielder. He caught it, fell down, sitting on the grass. He raised the glove to let the umpire know he caught it. We mentioned before, Maynard plays very shallow. He went back, reached up. He's not the biggest guy out in the field. Reached up and speared it with the glove, and then fell down sitting on the turf and showed the glove and the ball to the umpire, let him know he caught it. So the line shot by Encarnacion is the first out of the inning. We've had just about everything. Swing and a miss. Way up and in for a ball. Down and away for a ball. Pushes him off the plate. That's ball 4, so he had him and he lost him. Back to the top of the order. Marinel Castro struck out, singled in a run and scored a run in that big second inning. Last time up, he popped to the second baseman. Off the catcher. So, looking over, young Mr. Payon being worked on over by the Tech dugout. In for a strike. We don't know what happened. I looked, I said, there's another run because he was going to score on the double, but he came, as he rounded second base, he was holding his side. On top of holding his side, he was limping badly, and you could see he was in an awful lot of pain. He's sitting down, talking to the coach and the trainer. I think it's his family pulled their auto up to get him, probably take him to be looked at. We hope he's going to be okay. He's sitting down. That pitch way inside. He stepped back to hit that one and fouled it off. And they're going to have to firstly carry him to get to the car. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to carry him. So we don't know what happened. Whatever it was, he's in an awful lot of pain. We hope he's going to be okay. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to young Mr. Payon. He actually got a base hit and knocked in a run, and he was going to score the run. But he looked like he was in agony going to third base. Twofold, he was holding his side, and he was limping, and now they have to carry him to the car. So let's hope he's going to be okay. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to him. Fishing for a ball. Faked like he was going to bunt. Castillo struck out, doubled in 2 and scored a run in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. In for a strike. That run in the fourth inning gave Kipp a 7-1 lead, but then Tech wiped it out, getting 6, matching Kipp's 6-run inning. It was 7-7, but Kipp trying to get it back with 2 on and 1 out. High and tight for a ball. $11 walks issued by Tech pitching. And that's a tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. High and tight. So after the out was a line shot to center field. After that, 3 consecutive walks. And even dozen walks given up by Tech pitching. Wes Garcia, the pitcher, was walked in the first inning, walked in the second inning and scored. Hit it right on the nose, but lined it right to the shortstop. And we have everybody in the conversation on the mound. So 3 on, 1 out. 7-7 the score. Second meeting between these two. Tech won the first one. They shorten up in the infield for Tech. First and third are way in. Second and short are up a couple of feet from where they would normally be. That one hits him. It's going to give him an RBI. So Kipp breaks the tie. Gandhi scores his second run of the game. Bases are still loaded. Kenneth Piotto, the first baseman, walked his first 2 trips. Struck out swinging the last time. Swing and a miss. Hit foul to the backstop. Ooh, that didn't miss by much. Again, a very tough pitch to take with 2 strikes. It goes to the backstop. We've had a lot of those today. Again, it takes off the force at any base. Second and third now. Swing and a miss. He strikes out. Two away. Daniel DeVers flied to left. Walked. Singled in a run. So he's 1 for 2 with an RBI. He's the catcher for Kipp. Hits it in the air. It drops in for a base hit. The throw to the plate. 2 RBI for DeVers. He's got 3 for the game. That fell between shortstop, second base, center fielder, left fielder, everybody around the ball. Nobody could catch it. On the throw of the plate, DeVers goes to second base. Now he just walks into third base. Cabrera struck out but reached and scored, struck out and walked. So he's 0 for 2. Been on base twice and scored a run. He's the 8th hitter in the inning for Kipp. Another big inning. Popped up. Backing up. Can't make the play. It drops for a base hit. Looked like Moore was going to make the play. And then it just dropped over his shoulder. So they had a 6-run second inning. Now they got a 5-run 5th inning. And the pitcher not even looking at the runner at first base. The runner at first was 3/4 of the way to second base before the pitcher even threw the ball. Up and in for a ball. So Tech came all the way back to tie the game. Now Kipp with another big inning. Puts Tech in a very big hole. Sanchez is the 9th hitter in the inning. Second time they battled around. Off the catcher's glove, the pass ball. Puts the runner at third. Way up and in for a ball. So first and third for Christian Encarnacion. Struck out, grounded to second, and hit a shot to center field that the center fielder caught and wound up sitting down in the outfield as he reached, had to go up in the air to catch it. Second and third now. As Sanchez steals second. In for a strike. Hit slowly to short. Misplayed at first. It winds up in the outfield. 2 runs they're going to score. Wesley Morales is the new pitcher for Tech. This is why a long time ago I stopped saying I've seen it all. I've never seen a game where we had 2 6-run innings, one by each team. And I've certainly never seen a game where we've had 2 6-runs and a 7-run inning. Tech put up 14 runs in the first game against Kipp. Kipp has come back to put up 14 here. 7 in this inning. A 6-run 7, now a 7-run 5th. They batted 11 in the second inning. This is the 11th hitter in the 5th. I'm running out of score sheet. That's ball 4. "14 walks given up by Tech pitching. Moreno Castro hits it in the air. It's in for a base hit. Castro gets his second RBI. Janelle Castillo has scored 3 times. He's knocked in 2. In first strike. Popped up. Giordano, the catcher, makes the play. The inning is finally over. 13 hitters go to the plate. 8 of them score. What was 7-7 going into the 5th is now 15-7. Kipp over Tech. They only got 3 hits in the inning. Four walks and a hit batsman. "13 walks given up by Tech pitching." So Tech had a lot of momentum. They were excited. They came all the way back from down 7-1 to tie it 7-7. And now a lot of giveaway in the top of the 5th. 8 runs being scored with only 3 base hits. 7 base hits for Kipp, and they've got 15 runs in 5 innings. McCaffrey will lead it off. He's been up twice, but officially he hasn't been up at all because he walked both times and scored both times. High for a ball. Wes Garcia is starting his 5th inning of work. Swing and a miss. He weathered the storm in the 4th inning, facing 10 hitters, giving up 6 runs. At that point, tying the game. On the corner for a strike. That one bounced to home plate. Solid shot into left field for a base hit. McCaffrey's on for the 3rd time. Evan Gonzalez walked and flied to center. High for a ball. Garcia's pitch count's got to be getting up there. Hit in a left field for a base hit. So Tech gets the first 2 on for Rich Avery. For a strikeout. Last time he hit a solid shot, but they were holding the runner at first, and the first baseman was right there to make the play. Hits it in the air. Right fielder makes the play. That's Chelly out there. So 1 away. Tyler made it. Tried a bunt, pushed it to the pitcher and got thrown out. Last time he got a base hit, knocked in a run and scored a run in that big 6-run inning. Taps it to short. Bobbled. Maynard's going to reach on the error. Just a little tap to the shortstop. And Tech has loaded them up. For Wesley Morales, who's now the pitcher. Bounce for ball 1. He came in the ball game when young Mr. Payon got a base hit, knocked in a run, and then came up hurting himself. And we hope he's going to be okay again. They had to carry him out. In for a strike. So that brought Morales in. He went in to play the outfield and then got called in to pitch. Top of the order on deck. Missing for a ball. Hit foul over the Kipp dugout. hits it. Nice play by the second baseman. The ball, it was a half line, half pop up. It just kind of hung in the air. Second baseman made the play for the automatic double play. The runner at second automatically going. Looked like it was going to be a base hit, a couple of RBI. It turns into a double play end of the inning. So Tech threatens with the bases loaded, but they turn the double play. Nice job by Nevin Gonzalez. Tech is out. We played 5 full. 15-7. Kipp over Tech. We come back after a little break. We just found out they're playing a doubleheader, but they're only playing 5-inning games. So this first game is now over. Kipp wins it with an 8-run 5th inning, and they ended on an unassisted double play at second base. Kipp got batted 11 in the second inning, scored 6. Tech got 1 back in the second to make it 6-1. Kipp got a run in the 5th to make it 7-1. Tech batted around in the 4th, getting 6 to tie it. Kipp batted around again in the 5th, sending 13 hitters to the plate, scoring 8 runs, making it 15-7. And that was the final score. As they didn't tell us. We thought they were playing regular games, but they're only playing 2 5-inning games. So this one is in the books. Kipp gets revenge for the first loss. Tech put up 14 runs in the game to win it the first time. Kipp puts up 15 to win it here. For Tech, Moore had a double and scored a run. Giordano had a base hit. Risa never scored a run. Tatarini had a RBI single. Celli had a single, scored a run. McCaffrey was on base 3 times, 2 walks, a single, scored twice. Gonzalez had a walk and a single. Maynard was on base twice, single, knocked in a run, scored, reached on an error. Payon, who got hurt and got carried out, again, we hope he's going to be okay. He got a single, knocked in a run, and Morales running for him scored a run. That was it for Tech. On the other side, Castro for Kipp was on base 3 times, 2 hits, a walk, scored 3 times, knocked in 2. Janelle Castillo had a double, 2 walks, scored 3 times, knocked in 2. Wes Garcia had 2 walks, got hit by a pitch, scored twice. The hit batsman got him an RBI with the bases loaded. Piatto walked twice. DeVerge walked, singled twice, knocked in 3, scored a run. Cabrera struck out and reached, walked, got a base hit, knocked in a run, scored twice. Sanchez had 2 walks, scored twice. Encarnacion reached on an error and scored. Brian Conde had a single, 3 walks, scored 2 and knocked in a run. As we had 2 6-run innings and an 8-run inning. And the 8-run inning was the difference. Tech came all the way back with 6 runs to tie it at 7. Kipp puts up 8, and they win it by a score of 15-7. Tech will drop to 1-2. Kipp will go to 1-1. And the third and deciding game between these 2 teams will be up and coming in this doubleheader here at Frazier Field. But this one is in the books. 8 runs in the 5th inning decides the game. 15-7. Kipp wins it over Lynn Tech here at Frazier Field. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.